The growth mindset advice. Nobody wants to hear, but everyone needs. Everyone talks about growth. Everyone posts about it. Vision boards, morning routines, new year, new me. But here's the thing nobody says out loud. Most people who talk about growth are actually running from something. And there's a massive difference between the two. You can dress up avoidance in the language of ambition. You can call it leveling up when really you're just escaping discomfort. And the scary part? You won't even notice, because the self-improvement world gives you the perfect cover story. So let's get honest, real honest, because what I'm about to tell you is the advice that will lose me followers. But it's the only advice that will actually change your life. Here's the first thing nobody wants to hear. Growth is not a feeling. It is not inspiration. It is not that high you get after watching a motivational video at midnight. That feeling fades. Every single time. And if you've been chasing it for months, for years, and you still feel stuck, it's because you've been mistaking the feeling of growth for actual growth. Real growth is quiet. It's boring. It looks like doing the same unglamorous thing on a Tuesday when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping. It looks like showing up when every part of you wants to quit. It doesn't look like your favorite creator's highlight reel. It never did. The moment you stop chasing inspiration and start building systems, that is the moment everything shifts. Here's the second thing. The version of you that you're trying to become, that person would terrify the current version of you. Not motivate, terrify. Because genuine growth requires you to become someone different, not just someone who wakes up earlier or reads more books. Different in your identity, different in who you spend time with, different in what you tolerate and what you refuse. And that process feels like loss before it feels like gain. Most people hit that wall, that moment where growth starts costing them something real, and they retreat. They go back to the comfort of thinking about change instead of living it. And they call it being realistic. They call it balance. But deep down, they know. Don't let that be you. Here's the third thing, and this one is the heaviest. You are not failing because you lack motivation. You are not failing because you don't know enough. You are failing because you are afraid of who you have to stop being. Read that again. Growth doesn't just ask you to add, it asks you to subtract. Old habits, old stories, old friendships that keep you small, the identity you've been hiding behind, the one that says, I'm just not that kind of person. Growth asks you to burn that down. And that is terrifying, because at least the old version of you is familiar. At least that version is safe, but safe is not the same as alive. So here's what you actually need to do. Stop waiting for the right moment. There is no right moment. There is only this moment, which you are either using or wasting. Stop collecting advice and start executing, imperfectly, messily, without all the answers. Stop optimizing your environment and start tolerating discomfort in the one you already have. Discipline is not something you find. It is something you build. One tiny, unglamorous, unremarkable choice at a time. And here's the truth about those choices. They compound. Every single one. The same way debt compounds when you avoid it, discipline compounds when you commit to it. Your future self is being built right now. Not someday. Not when you feel ready. Right now. In how you respond to this video. In what you do in the next hour. In whether you let this be another thing you consumed, or the moment you finally decided to change. Growth is not a destination. It is not a certificate or a milestone or a perfect version of yourself you finally unlock. It is a direction, a daily direction you either choose or abandon. The advice nobody wants to hear is this: you already know what to do. You've known for a while. You don't need more information. You need the courage to act on what you already know, even when it's inconvenient, even when it costs you comfort, even when nobody around you understands it. That courage, that is the real growth mindset. Not a poster on your wall, not a quote in your caption, a decision, made in the dark, made quietly, made again and again until it becomes who you are. Now go make it.